I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. Yes, I was young, and yes, I pulled out a grown man out of a burning place. You hear me? And I jotted for the woods, and I was lost in the woods. I died in the woods. God brought me back to life, and I just told God, just please kill me. I don't want to get, but I'm hungry. I was in the woods. I don't know how long I was in the woods until I made it to the barbed wire fence and beat me up. I was already beat up because before I made it to the woods, they beat that damn deal inside of me. The deal he made Roger Bonds go by. He told that man go buy that deal. They beat that deal inside of me, and I don't know. I went to the highway. I made it through the barbed wire fence, and I'm like, damn, I thought I was in the jungle. Cause they kept telling me, you're in the jungle. So I didn't know where the fuck I was at. I'm thinking I done ran away from Africa to America. That's what I'm thinking in my kid mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is how I wrote my police report. This is how the first police report is written. You know what I'm saying? And I get to the barbed wire fence. I almost get hit by cars because it's the barbed wire fence, and then it was the freeway. And I collapsed on these trash bags, and some white man, I think his name was Samson, he picked me up, and he drove me from Miami and took me back to New York. And when I came in there, I would beat the fuck up, and they was like, who did this to you? And they tried to get the white man. I said, he didn't do it for me. He didn't do that to me. He saved my life, and he didn't take me to the police station in Miami because I was telling him that it was like the sheriffs, the people worked for the Miami police place was doing that to me. And I was telling him, he told the police did this to me because the nigga was around police. He was around a lot of elite white people. I was like, the police did this to me. So he said that he drove me from Miami and he drove me to New York. And I remember them taking my statement. I remember I remember lying about my age on the first time I told them I was 17 because I was scared. I don't know. I lied. And I remember I wrote the first statement. I wrote it and I tried to cover up stuff. But then I told them I had to use the restroom. And they was like, no, you can't use the restroom. But before all this happened, they brought Mr. Williams in there because they was like, this is good. You're going to want to hear this. And he was like, who did this to you? And I was like, P. Diddy. And I named other people that I was around. And he was like, well, how old are you? Where your name? Where you from? I lied and I said I was Mexican. I used to say I was Mexican. I lied and stuff and said I was from Michigan. And like, I just made up a whole bunch of different stories. And I ended up seizing out. And I told them I had to go to the restroom. They was like, no, you can't use no restroom until you finish writing. And I ended up writing everything out, which was the truth. And I ended up seizing out. And I remember them rushing me. I remember Mr. Williams was with me the whole time. I remember I was in pain, so my whole body hurt. So I didn't know the difference. They did operations to remove something out of me. I felt the same way I felt before they did the operation. I remember him showing me the video, and I'm like, that's not me.